Hey everybody, welcome to my room. It's just Hugh and I'm here in Windsor and I thought I'd give you a little tour of my classroom. It's still a work in progress, still things going on and things to improve on, but I'll let you know what we're doing and what our plans are. And you can take a little peek and see what we've got going on. I'm going to sort of point the camera around the room and chat, and I'll tell you what we do and maybe even a little bit about what we do in other parts of the year. It's Friday afternoon, so things are kind of put away, but I can still show you around and give you the dime store tour. Here we go. Hey, so here is the art table. I put a lot of different provocations here. As you can see, it's a little sparse right now, but we're gearing up for Monday because as part of our art and actually our writing activity, I'm going to set up a greeting card station. We've got pictures of everybody and we've got name cards. I'm going to make a sheet with all the names and we'll brainstorm some great things to write on holiday cards, and kids can use that. And then if they make a card for a friend, they can take it over to the cubby area and put it in their cubby to send home, just like sending home greeting cards. Should be fun. So anyway, the art table there. And then as I walk around here, in these two little tables here, I do different things. I have a group that really loves sensory play and sensory things, so Play-Doh is a must. And I find like my big carpet area is right over there. And so I have a number of kids who struggle to sit at circle for any length of time unless we're doing songs and games. So they come hang out here. And even though they're doing Play-Doh and working with an adult, they still can kind of watch the circle and participate in it. And if they've got answers or anything, they can still participate. I still call them for turns when they're here, and they're still part of our team, but that's where they are. Over here, I've got a little light table I'm lucky to have. Right now, I've just got some magnetic blocks that light up. Lots of fun with those, but I just thought I'd put them there to let you know we do have a light table, and we do different things there through the years, you can imagine. So this is my big carpet area. I've got a beautiful, gorgeous easel, a nice rolling book cart. I keep my number line up here, great for attendance, and to be honest, even great for me to remember how many kids are here today. And we do a lot of talk. Well, if we've got 22 here today, 26 in the class, how many are away? And then we'll count on, and we can do some different number line activities with them. Pretty cool. Have a visual schedule here, which really helps the kids. And then we do sharing every day. If you make something and you want to share, sign up, and then I have a spot where we put the sharing as well. I've taken to being a little grinchy and letting you share once a week because I had a number of friends who signed up all the time, and it sort of boxed out anybody else to share. So if you've got a big check by your name, then that means someone else can have a turn to share instead. But so we've got that. You'll see some baskets hiding under there. And then this schedule, we do something every day. It's just for 10 to 15 minutes called Learning Centers. It might be a fine motor activity, an art activity, a little something to do with letters and reading, a math activity, or a STEM building activity. And it just builds a little independence in that I'm following the schedule, I'm doing my thing, I'm putting my things away. And it's also a neat little opportunity to push kids into different directions with different provocations. The time limit is only 10 minutes, so it's not a very long part of our day, but I do find it's a meaningful part of things that we do. Over here, I've got a building center. As you can imagine, it's a popular space, and we do change up what's in here. And we didn't have a carpet after COVID, so I've been using the foam mats, which are great because you can pick them up and then the caretaker can clean underneath it. But lots of different building goes on. I've got Legos and foam blocks and gears and Mr. Potato Heads and Kapla blocks. The marble run is a big hit. I find if you've got somebody who's got some real sensory issues, they seem to love the marbles and watching them go down after they build a complicated marble run. So lots of good stuff there. As you can imagine, it's a popular spot. I also I'm sort of hiding it there, but I keep a basket of people there too. So once they've built something, then of course they can do dramatic play with what they've built. We have a nice size house center. It's a little barren right now because we're gearing up. We're going to be starting to turn it into a McDonald's, which apparently is the popular restaurant in our kindergarten class. So we'll be turning that into that. Of course, you've got babies and food in the house center as well. Over here, I've got this is a nice big utility table. We use it for a lot of things. At least 3 or 4 times a week. It's a paint table, and I love collecting paintings from kids. You know, it's opportunity for storytelling. I often ask the kids to tell me about their painting, and I'll scribe for them what they've made, or I'll help them to write the story on a big sticky note about their painting to post. And of course, there's all sorts of creative opportunities there. Moving along over here, I've got we do have a big sink, which we've occasionally used as a water table. And it's pretty dingy, but my wonderful principal has ordered us a new one, so I'm looking forward to the new hot tub. We also have a sand table here. Once again, we changed that. Right now, it's got connecting cubes in it, and we've been angling for kids to do. We've been working on some two-dimensional solids, two-dimensional shapes, and three-dimensional solids. And so with the cubes, we've been hoping to make some castles and have some fun with that. So I'll close that up. What else to say? Obviously, we've got our books here. Every morning when the gang comes in, we spread out books on the carpet and friends can browse those at that time. I expand my collection by raiding the local public library every week and changing it up. Folks love that, and they always love Mondays because they can come and see what new books are available, which is wonderful. I am just going to highlight, I've got a little visual timer here. Great once again for my friends who have who are working with anxiety, because they can see how much time is left, and we cue the kids when we've got 5 more minutes, of course, and then we carry on to do our next bits. And then so I'm going to continue on the tour. I have an ensuite bathroom, which is not very interesting. We have our cubby area with our names, and then outside, I'll take us outside for a moment. I've just got to key back the door. It's like behind the scenes kindergarten. Here we go. I'm just going to turn off. We have a little alarm system on there. Turn that off. And then come on outside. We have a nice big space. Wood chips and wood. We've put away most of our materials. We use screens I bought at the hardware store at Lowe's. I just drilled a couple of holes in them, put some tape around the edge and lashed them too, and we'll bring out paints, and the kids love to either spray them or paint them, and it's just a cheap, fun thing to do outside. We've got great wood chips here. Now this, unfortunately, is a bit of a mud pit, but we did recently add pea stone. Great for trucks, great for digging, great for lots of play there. And then we've got a couple of planters. Now, I'll let you in on a secret. When I first came to our school, my partner built these, and I don't think he really asked anybody about them because I think they're a little too close and probably not the safest. But they are great for planting, and we do plant bulbs and other materials in there, and we have great crops in the spring. We've got lots of hard top area, and then we have this sort of fenced off area, and that's usually where we put our tricycles. And you can see there have been some paths painted on there, and I'll use chalk too. You can kind of see the remnants of today's chalk, and we'll draw different race tracks and other things that the kids can use outside with the tricycles. And they're getting really great at waiting. And you know, one of us will have a timer, and we'll do a 5-minute timer if there are a lot of kids lined up. And the transition's been great, and we've seen lots of growth in our kinders in terms of waiting their turn, self-reg. Oh, the timer's gone, time for to get off. But I'm not stressed, because if I hop back in line, I'll be back in a few minutes. And that's our shed. I'm not going to go in there right now, but that's where the trikes and the other materials are. And then that's the gate in our little bus loop where we go. And I'll just head right in. And we better lock up here because I need this job. And I'm going to turn on the alarm. And we'll key back the door one more time. Awesome. So here, I'm just going to walk us back. Thanks, everybody. And I'm going to just face. There I am. Hey, thanks for coming to visit. And that's the room. I'll talk a little bit about each area and the assessment that we can do in the written part of the assignment. I hope all is well where you are, and I'm sure we will keep in touch. Best wishes and have a good week.